welcome, Richard.
Thanks, Sam.
It's good to have you with us today. I've just been looking at your Spotify playlists.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of them there under Richard Sweatman. Richard's Electro Favourites. You've got old metal.
Yeah.
Hot tunes from 2000 to present.
Yeah.
And 90. There's a My 90s Rocker and more.
Oh, yeah. They're all good.
What's one of your favourite bangers at the moment, Richard?
How about Peaches?
Feel free to dance along, Richard,
I don't usually dance,
as we make our way.
but you can do that.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Come on, join me, Richard. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. We haven't seen a lot of you in over the last 11 weeks or so, however long it's been that we've been doing church online.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, well, yeah. I've been doing the home isolation like everyone else. Kids at home doing their schooling.
Yeah.
A few garden projects.
Garden projects. Tell me about them.
Well, did a whole lot of edging. At the moment, I'm really into native plants. So I've planted a few native tea trees, and I'm also trying to grow native grasses from seed. I just want all these native grasses around my house.
There you go.
No weeds. Yeah.
Now, when all this first kicked off, I mean, there was a lot of anxiety in our community, our society about COVID, and how would you describe your kind of initial response?
Yeah, I think I was feeling worried about the family and people getting sick. Worried about grandparents, or my parents and Jen's parents, the kids' grandparents, them getting sick and potentially dying. That was a concern.
Can you kind of talk us through how you dealt with that spiritually?
In terms of Bible reading, I took a break from whatever I was doing at the time and just moved straight to Psalms and started reading those from the beginning.
Which our growth groups are doing at the moment, is that right?
Yeah. So some of my reflections found their way into studies there. But Psalms it's like a go-to for Christians in crisis, and that was putting into words some of the things I was feeling. So great spiritual benefits there from Psalms.
So what are the things you guys have been praying about as a family, as a couple?
We've been praying for just little worries that we have about work and school and health and so on. We've been praying for our compassion kids that their health service is not so developed there, that their families will be okay.
Yeah.
Praying for wisdom for the government, Scott Morrison, Gladys and others, making decisions for the country.
Gladys appreciates your prayers.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
Well, she obviously doesn't know I exist, Sam, but praying for church and wisdom for Greg and others, and trying to pray about people who we knew were struggling or in need at church. Yeah,
good.
Plenty to pray about.
What do you think is going to change long term for you?
I think, relating to each other physically will be different. I just caught up with Adrian Watts there for a coffee. We would normally give each other a hug.
You're a hugger from way back.
I'd give him a big hug when I saw him. I'd give him a hug when I said goodbye. But no hug this time.
No hug.
I missed that.
And in terms of anxiety levels, and when did they start to kind of dissipate a little?
A few weeks back. It was funny. The first few weeks, every night I was dreaming that I was in some sort of Zoom meeting. It was so distressing.
No, not another Zoom
I'd be half asleep and thinking, oh no, I'm in this Zoom meeting. Can I just kind of stay asleep? And I was just picturing these Zoom meetings. So that took about 3 weeks to settle down. It was terrible. But now the anxiety levels, not so bad. Pretty relaxed, to be honest.
you've talked a little bit today about, you know, getting back to hugging and physicality and what that's going to look like post-COVID period and all that sort of thing. We've actually got a big ideas night coming up on that.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
You know, what's the big kind of idea behind that? What are we going to be thinking about during that time?
So we're facing the future. It's uncertain. We're not sure what's coming up. The temptation is just to go straight to what our world says, go straight to pragmatics, like what works. But as Christians, that's not the strategy for wisdom. The strategy for wisdom is figuring out what the Bible says about how we live our lives. And so what we need to do as we face these questions of being with each other physically and what's going on with our bodies in the virtual world and physical touch, to go back to what the Bible says and figure out what it says. So like, who are we as people? What does the Bible say about our bodies, our souls, our minds? What is our hope? How does Jesus fit with that? His body, his resurrection. How important is it to be close together physically? Again, what is our hope? What is our reality? What does the resurrection say about this? And where does physical touch fit as well? So.
All right. Well, this part of the segment's called Passes in Cars Getting Drive-Through. I can never work out how to do these things. I'm useless.
Good afternoon, what can I feed?
Oh yeah, hi. Can I get 3 cheeseburger meals? 3 cheeseburgers, please.
Did you ever work at McDonald's?
I never worked at McDonald's. Did you?
No. I worked at a barbecue chicken shop.
What was the worst job you ever had, Richard?
Oh, that was working as a nurse's aide at a nursing home. Sort of things I experienced then.
Did you have to wipe bottoms? And...
whatever you can think of, I did it. That's how bad it was. Oh, thank you,
do
Sam.
the honours, Richard, while I drive?
You mean pass you
Dish
one?
out the hamburgers.
Thought you meant say grace.
Oh, well, you can say grace as well. We should thank the Lord for our food, our daily provisions of cheeseburgers and whatnot.
Here you go, tech guy.
Here we go. Hermitude. Brought to you by Richard Sweatman.